Okay, let's get to chapter 1, brewing the coffee, and then brewing the cascara, and then we will do a comparison of each. It's very easy. So if you want to open a bag, just remove the cascara. Let's place it to the side for now. Undo the zip tie here on the top, and then open the ripstop. And while I open this, I want to talk about a friend of mine who I gave this coffee to trial. He's not so much into coffee as I am, and he brewed it as an espresso. And this is a warning from me now. Kenyan coffees are very acidic. That's why I like them. They taste like rhubarb and rhubarb pie, sometimes like raspberry. And if you go and brew this coffee in an espresso, the flavors will be amplified and it will be very acidic. What I recommend everyone to do is brew this coffee as a filter coffee, right? So take your Mocha Master, take your V60 and brew it in that. It gives the coffee more room to breathe, and therefore you don't have these harsh flavors, and it gives it time to develop. It gives it space to develop rather. So with that out of the way, don't brew this the first time as an espresso. We are weighing 16 grams of coffee for each 250 milliliter that we're brewing. So if you're brewing half a liter, take 32 grams. If you're brewing 1 cup, 250 milliliter, take 16 grams. And I just have to stop because this coffee smells amazing. It's amazing. I love this Peaberry. And let's take a look together and already look at these berries. Look how round they are. And this is what a Peaberry is. A very round cherry. And if you want to know more, stay here for chapter 3, where we'll discuss Peaberry and how it changes taste in detail. So 16 grams are weight. Let's park the package on the side. And before we get into brewing, I want to highlight some things. This coffee is super lightly roasted. This means that the coffee is dense. So we have to work a bit harder to extract everything from this coffee. Get your water kettle as hot as possible, even 100 degrees. Preheat your vessels. If you're using a Mocha Master, which is mostly automatic, grind the coffee a bit finer than you normally would, because with that you help water extract everything from this coffee. I hope you can smell it as well, but the raspberry and flowery flavor is just astonishing. So, as always, I'm gonna preheat everything. And give it some heat. Do the same if you have a V60. And then I like to, when the water is through, already add my coffee. I do a ditch in the middle, and you can do that on the Mocha Master as well. Just give it a ditch with your finger in the middle. Of course, we empty the water from the paper filter, and then we will start brewing. Our goal will be to get a short brew. For a Mocha Master, this means time the time from when the water touches the coffee to the end. It should sit around 2 minutes 15. For everyone that brews regularly with a V60, they know that this is the time, 2 minutes to 3 minutes. I like to be on the earlier side with a Kenya because I enjoy the acidity. If you don't enjoy it, go up to 3 minutes. Okay, let's start a timer. We start brewing in the middle in a circular motion. And now when I say we need to help a bit, and you can also do that on a Mocha Master, you help a bit by creating a bit of agitation and swirling the coffee around. This will help the water get everywhere and extract more from the coffee bed. 30 seconds bloom, you will see bubbles forming on the top. This is exactly how it should be. And then at 30 seconds, we will continue a first pour. And you have maybe seen that a lot of pours are very common nowadays. And this is basically to create agitation and help the super light roast extract. If you wanted if you were drinking a dark roast, you wouldn't want this these many pours, because you would cause too much agitation and it would extract too much. Let me give it another pour. The water is dripped through for me. So, one more and one more swirl. And then I will pour the rest. I'm a bit over, but we'll keep it this way. And this is the basic pour over recipe for a light roast. Several pours, more agitation, you extract more from the dense coffee grounds. Okay, let's see where we land here. I'm at 2 minutes 30, a bit over. I will cut the water flow, put the brewer on the side, and the coffee is ready to serve. Already now in the aroma, you smell so much floweriness. You also smell a sweetness in it. It's so lovely, and we will get to it why it is this way. Okay, we have the coffee in a cup for in a second. You can obviously go ahead and try it already, but I want to guide you through the cascara. So in this step, we're brewing the cascara.